Hi, everyone. I'm Elaine Quijano. Thank you for joining us. Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats is stepping down. President Trump announced the news on Twitter. The president has repeatedly questioned U.S. intelligence assessments since Coats took over as the head of the intelligence community in 2017. Mr. Trump says he will nominate Texas Congressman John Ratcliffe to take his place. Coats will be leaving office on August 15th. CBS News intelligence and national security reporter Olivia Gazis joins us now on the phone. So, Olivia, what more can you tell us about this decision?
Well, Elaine, the main thing is that this wasn't entirely unexpected. The rumors of Coates' imminent departure had been circulating for a time. Of course, they're only made official once it appears there is a tweet confirming it. So, yes, as you mentioned, the president has now confirmed some percolating news reports that the director of national intelligence, who had been in the role for longer than most people expected, will step down on August 15th. As you mentioned, he had offered unvarnished assessments on behalf of the intelligence community that sometimes went at odds with the policy preferences of the White House, and that was known to sometimes stoke the president's ire.
So given that fact that there was very much a public clashing between the president and Director Coats, is it surprising that he remained in his post for so long?
I think it is somewhat surprising. I mean, you can tick through the ways in which those views didn't align. The most recent example of that was during the worldwide threat assessment delivered in winter of this year, when Director Coats laid out what the intelligence community believed was the case with North Korea, that they were unlikely to give up their nuclear weapons. He said that Iran, up until that point, had been in compliance with the nuclear deal. Prior to that, there were reports that the intelligence community had concluded that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, that was likely involved with the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. All of these things were, again, the assessments of the intelligence community, but not the direction in which the president preferred to take things. And, we should mention that that is the president's prerogative. He's allowed to say, I've got all of this information, I nonetheless want to do X. But for whatever reason, the fact that, maybe Coats didn't quite have, the ability of somebody like Mike Pompeo to massage a given message to the president's liking, again, put him at odds and got a lot of people talking pretty early on that he wouldn't be hanging on to this position for very long.
So, Olivia, what can you tell us about the president's choice to replace Dan Coats, Congressman John Ratcliffe?
Right. Congressman Ratcliffe is a recent addition to the Intelligence Committee. He was a former mayor in Texas. He won a bunch of support, it would appear, from the White House after he had some notable questioning of the former special counsel Robert Mueller during his hearing on Wednesday. That exchange is said to have captured the attention and obviously the approbation of the president. He had been floated also as a potential candidate to replace former Attorney General Jeff Sessions. So we know him to have been on the president's radar for some time.
All right, interesting. Olivia Gazis for us. Olivia, thank you very much.
Thanks, Elaine.